Hey everyone, this is Arifa. In this video, I am going to discuss all about human brain. Please like, subscribe and share my video. Human brain. The human brain is perhaps the most highly specialized and developed of all the organs of the organic world. No other organ has developed like this. Its intricate and complex structural and functional patterns have enabled the man to occupy the dominant place in this world. It is one of the largest and most complex organ in the human body. It lies within the cavity of skull. Skull is also known as cranium. It is semi-solid pinkish gray organ. So its texture, it is very soft to touch, almost like gelatin like texture it is having. And it is not hard. It is made up of almost nerve tissues only. Hence it is very soft and pinkish appearance. It is having the color of pink or gray. It weighs about 1400 gram in the adults. So usually the brain weighs around 1.4 kg. It is made of 100 billion nerve cells. It is not only the seat of intelligence, learning, creativity, reasoning, rational thinking, planning, imaginative ideas, and memory, but also the master coordinator and controller of various bodily activities. So just see here the brain, how vital it is. It is not doing so many functions, but also it controls the activities of all other parts of the bodies. So it is the master controller of our body. So all our functions, either eating, walking, talking, or other functions like our feelings, emotions, and heartbeat, everything is controlled by brain. It has its communication link with different parts of the body through the nervous network of cranial and spinal nerves. So how it communicates? Because of the peripheral nervous system, in that we are having two parts, cranial and spinal nerves. So just imagine the telephone system. So our nervous system along with the brain is just like telephone system. The brain as the head office and the nerves like the telephone wires for communication with all parts of the body. By means of numerous messages sent and received, the various tissues and organs of the body work in harmony. Coming to the structure of brain. First we will discuss about the protective membranes which encloses the brain, and they are known as meninges. The brain and the spinal cord is covered by membranes called meninges. They are protective in nature. There are three membranes. They are dura mater, the arachnoid matter, and pia mater. Dura mater is the outermost membrane. It is fibrous and tough. It is very strong membrane. It lines the skull and the spinal canal. The second membrane is known as arachnoid matter. The middle membrane, it is thin and made of connective tissue. It is loosely covering the brain and the spinal cord. The third and innermost membrane is pia mater. It is very thin and closely opposed to the brain. It is in close contact with the nerve tissues of brain and bears blood vessels. Between the arachnoid membrane and pia mater, there is a space called subarachnoid space, and it consists of fluid called the cerebrospinal fluid. The meninges with cerebrospinal fluid are protective in function. Cerebral spinal fluid also helps to carry nutrition to the brain and removes waste products. Parts of brain. The brain consists of mainly three parts. They are forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Fore means which is present at the front. This part of the brain is present at the front, hence the name is forebrain. Midbrain means which comes between or middle. This portion of the brain is present in the middle, hence the name is midbrain. And the part which is present at the back is referred as hindbrain. Hind means backside. Okay. So forebrain, it controls all the voluntary functions. Voluntary functions means the functions which are under our willpower. So these functions, if we want, we can continue, otherwise we can stop these functions. For example, closing and opening of our eyes, running, eating, movement of our hands, all these functions, if we want, we can continue, otherwise we can stop. So they are under our will. Whereas involuntary functions, they do not come under our willpower. We cannot stop or continue these functions. These are life sustaining functions like heartbeat. It is continuously, our heart is beating. It is not under our willpower. Similarly, other organs which are inside our body, they are also functioning, like formation of urine, digestion, everything. These processes are taking place inside our body without our willpower. So such functions are known as involuntary functions. So the midbrain and hindbrain controls involuntary functions. As we already discussed, that brain is divided into mainly three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Again, forebrain is divided into three parts. What are they? Cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. So these are the three parts of forebrain. Whereas midbrain is very small portion of the brain and not having any other particular part. Hindbrain, again, it is also having three parts. They are cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. What are the three parts? Cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. In this picture, you can see the different parts of brain: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. The front part, which is creamish in color, is nothing but the forebrain. Forebrain consists of three parts: cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. The creamish part is nothing but the cerebrum, which is at the top of the brain. Inside this you can see a shape, red color structure, thalamus and hypothalamus region. Below the hypothalamus you can see a short tube-like structure, which is nothing but midbrain. To the midbrain attached is our hindbrain, pons and medulla oblongata. The hindbrain consists of three parts. They are nothing but cerebellum, which is blue in color, the pons and medulla oblongata. Here all the three parts are shown in blue color. Hindbrain is shown in blue color. In this picture you can see the sagittal section of brain. It means if we cut the brain vertically into two halves, so we get this portion. Let us quickly see the different parts of brain in this picture. As already discussed, the brain has three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Again, forebrain is divided into three parts: cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus region. So here you can see the first part, or the part of the brain which is present at the front region, is known as forebrain. The part shown in creamish color is nothing but cerebrum. It is the largest part of the brain, and here only we are seeing one hemisphere. Actually cerebrum is made up of two hemispheres, two semicircle like structures. So here we can see one section, one hemisphere, and below that we can see the pinkish region. It is nothing but the corpus callosum. Corpus callosum is nothing but the nerve tract which connects the two hemisphere of cerebrum. Below this you can see the thalamus region and hypothalamus region in brown color. So these two parts are also parts of forebrain. So pituitary gland also present in forebrain. It is attached to the hypothalamus. It is a endocrine gland. Coming to the Midbrain. Midbrain is very small portion, tubular structure. You can see the red color, first part, red portion in the middle of the brain. Here you can see the midbrain as a small tube-like structure, just starting red tube. It is nothing but the midbrain. To this it is continued with pon and medulla, which are nothing but the part of hindbrain. To this cerebellum is attached, which is also known as little brain, is part of hindbrain. So what are the three parts of hindbrain? Pons, medulla and cerebellum.